At least 50,000 Ukrainians have lost limbs in nearly 3 years of war, according to the health ministry. That's both soldiers and civilians. But that number's constantly rising, with complications like long evacuation times from the battlefield and infection risks. Well, to talk more about this, we're joined by Olga Rudnieva, CEO and co-founder of the Superhumans Center, which is a clinic for psychological assistance, prosthetics, reconstructive surgery, and rehabilitation for people affected by war. Thank you very much for speaking to us on France 24.
Good morning.
You started building this clinic as your country was forced to defend itself against Russia. Did you get the sense that the future was drastically about to change for Ukraine, and that's what prompted you to build this clinic?
Actually, we, as all Ukrainians, we had to do something. It's more about how we survive this war and what we do for the victory. Someone goes to the front lines, and someone stays, where we are, and we do something, to help this victory happen. We realize that there's going to be a lot of people who lost their limbs, and it's going to be a lot of people who will need reconstructive surgery, people who literally will lose their faces. And we decided that, let's do something. Andrei Stavnitzer, who actually came up with the concept of superhumans, said it's going to be prosthetic, rehabilitation, and reconstructive surgery. What we didn't understand at the beginning, that all these people will need psychological support as they go from the front lines, and all these people will need to reintegrate into civilian life. So we added psychological support, and we added reintegration services for all patients who are, part of Superhumans family. We provide services to civilians, to children, and to ex-military, and almost all these people need hearing aid help because they've been in a different sound landscape. A lot of them need reconstructive surgery, and many of them have infection issues, that their wounds are infected due to evacuation, due to the mine and blast trauma specifics. So that's kind of services we do here in the western part of Ukraine, but we need to scale up to other regions of Ukraine closer to the front lines, and because we see that the need is rising on a daily basis.
Well, tell us then about some of the people that you've been treating.
Uh, Most of these people had very long evacuation chain. Not too many people in the world knows that we don't have 60 minutes golden evacuation hour. Some of our patients been evacuated for 21 hours, 17 hours. I talked to a patient yesterday who lost both of his legs. He put 4 tourniquets on himself because he was the only one survived. He crawled for 500 meters, and then he was waiting for evacuation for 17 hours. So he arrived at Superhumans as an at early evacuation without 2 legs, and after 17 hours of being waiting for the rescue. Average time of vacation of our patient is 5 to 6 hours, not because we are not working properly, but because we have a close air. Russians are targeting medics first, and sometimes it takes time to rescue our wounded people. That's what's happening, and that's a typical portrait of our patients.
And it's not just those people who are injured, is it? I mean, these injuries also have a pretty significant effect on the families of these people. How do you accompany them during this difficult time?
We welcome family rehabilitation. We have children in the center who go along with their parents, with their mothers and fathers during the rehabilitation period. And we notice that if you have someone around you, if you have your relatives next to you, your rehabilitation time is faster. We all need support. Doesn't matter how strong we are, how good are our psychologists, prosthetists, and rehabilitologists. You do need support from your family and from your community. So we welcome family rehabilitation, and we do a lot of psychological support for families, because women and children, they are not in the radars, because we concentrate all our help on all our efforts on the patient, and sometimes we forget about the relatives. Here in Superhuman Center, you can go through rehabilitation with your beloved ones, and yes, what we do for injured ones affect the whole family and then affect the whole society and the community. And all we need to do as Ukrainians, we need to welcome these people back and help them integrate into civilian life with disabilities they have and make the whole surroundings more comfortable for them.
And it seems like a huge undertaking, especially when you think about the logistics from all of these elements that you're doing at the Superhuman Center with prosthetics, with helping with the mental trauma, as you mentioned. Can you talk about the different aspects that are involved and how you manage to rally all of this and put all of this together in a relatively short amount of time?
Oh, we built the Superhuman Center in 4.5 months, and the next challenge was to open surgical theaters, and we did that with our French colleagues. And now we have French missions coming to Superhumans every 3 months, working with our teams, doing very complicated face reconstruction surgeries. That's experience we do not have in Ukraine, and we can actually possess from French top doctors. Also, we need to scale up to the regions closer to the front lines so we can serve more civilians and we can provide help and assistance faster. So we are building one superhuman center in Dnipro, and under support of Expertise Français with the French government, we are building one more in Odessa. So right now we need to evacuate people, and sometimes evacuation takes 11 hours. During these 11 hours, we can't take unstable patients. We can only take those who are stable and who are okay to travel such a long distance. So amongst the challenges is actually to shorten evacuation, to pick up patients at early stages until they got infections, and invite expertise from all over the world into Ukraine so we can work in multinational teams. Right now on the screen, you see a typical patient, triple amputation, very high amputation, and we need to find very difficult solutions for them. For that, we need international expertise, we need more prosthetics to feed our patients, and we need more rehabilitation facilities around Ukraine to serve patients all over the country, closer to where they are and where they live.
And do you think your ability to rally together this kind of support and to help Ukrainians who've been affected by war, do you think that's a reflection of the morale in Ukraine as regards to, okay, we still want to, we're still motivated by this and defending our country and helping those who've gone to fight?
Oh, we don't see other other end of the war as than victory. So our main goal is to win this war, and we will do everything we can to help our country to win this war. And I think Ukraine already demonstrated that we can win this war, but we cannot win that without external support. Our healthcare system is working at the maximum of its capacity. Uh, we still have people who are having cancer, who are having normal diseases, plus to this number of people, we have people wounded. 1,600 of Ukrainian medical entities were ruined or damaged. So the whole healthcare system at the edge of its capacity. And for that, we need external support. And we are ready to remind the world that we are still here, we are still holding, we are still standing for our country. And we are ready to fight till the very last person in this country to win this war. It's not only about Ukraine; it's about right and wrong, and that's why we are so motivated.
All right, Olga Rudnieva, thank you very much for speaking to us on France 24.
Thank you.